Welcome back to Beauty Marks Podcast, a space where we embrace marks acquired through a journey. My name is Elizabeth Savion, and welcome to another episode of this podcast. I hope you guys have had a great week so far. This past weekend was honestly amazing because I got to celebrate my sister and my brother-in-law for their new baby. It's so nice to see them in a new chapter, and it's unbelievable, seeing all the small clothes, everything coming together, her room. It's amazing, but it's some time to celebrate. This literally is a month of celebration for us, and definitely enjoying the fall weather. That has been the highlight of my week. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about embracing your body type and dressing for it and figuring out what is best for your body type. You know that I'm big on beauty really not being an external thing. It's about coming from the inside out. When you work on yourself and you are good, it radiates. I don't believe in beauty being a certain size or looking a certain way. I genuinely believe that if you're confident, if you're healthy, if you're, working on yourself and doing all the things, it's going to look different. Everybody's body is different. It fluctuates. My body has changed over the years, and I have had to learn what best fits my body type to make sure that I feel comfortable and beautiful. And, so you can still do it. You can still rock it out with whatever you have and whatever body you have. It's like you cannot hide behind big shirts and loose stuff if you're not comfortable. You can still find things that fit you. And I wanted to talk about that because I do get questions on where I shop and my style and all of that. And it has evolved over time, but I have learned to figure out, some tips and tricks. So the first thing I want to talk about is body shape. So we all have different body shapes. We all are very different. There's round, which is considered like an apple body shape. There's triangle, which is considered, it's the way that your waistline, that's usually how they measure it. And so let's say you have bigger breast and then a smaller waist and then bigger hips, or you have smaller breast, smaller waist, and then bigger hips. So it all just depends on your symmetry. And so you can actually Google this. It's called dressing for your body shape, and you can look up all the body shapes, how people designers and fashion people kind of recommend certain ways that you can figure out what best looks good for your body type. And of course you can try different styles, but it's kind of like a little hack. So you can just Google that and you can figure that out. And that's always a good way, just so it's not that you stick to exactly what they tell you. It's just so you kind of have an overall view of how that looks like and which category you might fit in. So I have found out for me, I am more of a pear shape. So I have a smaller torso and breast, and then my hips are wider. And that's always been pretty much my whole life, trying to figure out how to dress that, because my pants, they usually never fit properly. They fit on my legs, but then not my waist, but then they fit on if they are too small, then they don't even go up my legs. And so it's just figuring that out. For my body, I prefer usually tighter shirts that are more fitted, but then I wear if I wear looser pants, there's certain styles that I can't rock, and I've tried them and it just doesn't work out, the very baggy look, because I also am short. So it's there's a lot of things. So you have to look at your body type, but then also your height and what accentuates best areas of your body. For me, I also like the flowy arms. So if they're fitted on your stomach area, your torso, but then they're loose on the arms, I like that. I feel like it gives you just a different look. And patterns are always like a hit or miss, especially like there's trends that come and go, and sometimes you want to keep up with them, but then you have a whole bunch of things in your closet that you don't ever wear because you don't know how to match them and you don't know how to put them together. So I usually, like, the way that I see it is, okay, this is for you to figure out, with all the clothes that I have, how can I make sure that I have things that I can wear over and over again, and I can like mix and match, so those are like your basic essential pieces in your closet. So the first thing is make sure that you have basics like white, black, tan, nude shirts in your closet that are just like neutral, that you can wear under like a jacket, or if you're going out, that have like different necklines, so like lower or higher, so that you have a variety of things that you can use it with. I have bought a lot of those basics. I bought a lot of them at Zara, and I have found some for like 10, 15. Their basics are really um, a good price. And also at H&M. So you can always find those. And then they also have them at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Forever 21. You can find just like basic colors that you can, add on stuff. So you can have like a white top, or you can have a crop top if that's your preference. And also, Amazon has good things for like clothes. Over the past few months, I've realized that Amazon, I've gotten like some shackets on there. I get a lot of like my gym stuff from there, just a side note. And then dresses, I have found some really cute dresses on Amazon. So I would always just say the tip for online shopping is making sure that you look at the reviews. Same as Shein, I have found some really good dresses and pants. I have actually bought some shoes there too, but I always look at the reviews. So unless they have like thousands of reviews, I don't purchase it, because, and I actually like to see the pictures and see how, someone that has my body type looks in that, because that's something else too. Now I have to see, like, if I see something online that is someone that's relatively, I know is sizes smaller than me, I have to be realistic and see, okay, how can I make that into my body type? And would that even work with my body type? There's some things that don't, like cutouts, like a whole bunch of the dresses, that whole trend that was like this summer with the cutout stuff. I'm like, yeah, that is not for me. Personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable in it. I don't have the body type for it. I know that you can rock it at any body type. I'm not just saying that skinny girls or certain types can. It's just that you want to make sure that you feel comfortable. And I feel like that's the message of today, is dressing for your body type that you feel comfortable, because that makes you feel confident. And when we have trouble figuring out what to wear, a lot of the times it's because we're either trying things that maybe don't fit our body type because we don't feel comfortable in them. We're trying trends that like fade really quick. So we're like buying a whole bunch of things that are in that season, but then we end up not wearing them ever again. So then we feel like we never have clothes. So these are just like basic tips. The next thing is that, especially for this fall, like blue, brown, those colors are in. And so adding those things, and I know that, I think it was like purple and green that are also in. So adding those colors to your fall, wardrobe, which is usually like you can wear like you can find like blue sweaters or like the pop of color. I love the brown color that's in, like the chocolate brown that's in for the fall. That is my favorite. I have a few shirts that color. So we talked about having basics. The next thing that you need in your closet is making sure that you have good jeans, that you find good jeans. Like if that's two pairs of jeans that actually you like and that fit you well, and that works, because that's how my closet is right now. I have like 3 pants that I wear and repeat them, and those are from Target, Express, and H&M. I have found that those have great jeans for curvy women, and that works for me because I again have always had trouble fitting my waist to my hips, and it was just very frustrating for a very long time. I did not like wearing jeans at all. So now I'm finding jeans that fit me well, and that makes me feel better. I tried this the other day, and so there was the two pants that I bought from H&M, and they were way too long, and the they weren't fitted at the waist. So they were like high-waisted pants. And so I went to go get them hemmed, and I went to go get them like fitted perfectly to my body shape. And I'm like, what did I just find? Two extra pants that I can wear like on repeat, because I feel like that, of course, I know that it's an investment, and it did cost me like a few, like it cost like for one of them it was like 10 and the other was $15 to get them done. And or if you have someone in your family that can do that for you, but that made such a difference in the way that they looked. And so if you can do that, if you can find a hack that you can get them hemmed and fitted to exactly your body type, that also makes things more comfortable. So aside from having basics and good pair of jeans, my recommendation for your closet to have is jean jacket, leather jacket, or a coat, something that you feel you can use it as a cover up, or to put something together, a blazer. Those are all essentials, and you can get those all in either neutral tones. You can do like a light blue or a dark blue denim jacket. You can do a black or a brown leather jacket. You can do a blazer like black, white. You can do one of you can do brown. You can do something with a pattern, but something that's a pattern that's subtle, not like with flowers or anything like that. Like you want something subtle that goes with a lot of different things that you can just put on. And then accessories. So having little bags or purses. I have like three bags that I just rotate. It's like a nude bag, a black bag, and a white bag. And usually those can be things that I can accessorize with. I have found all of them on Amazon. Same with my jewelry, getting gold or silver jewelry that you can wear. So, like having earrings, rings, necklaces that you can just switch out, makes things look put together. I tell my friends this, that I know I have a particular style. I like usually to dress up for most occasions. Like that's just me. I feel like I do not know how to dress super casual. I have struggled with that in the past, and I have been embarrassed because people are like, what the heck are you wearing? Because I feel like casual clothing is not my forte. I definitely like to dress things up. So I usually am overdressed. But for me, this is just my preference. I like that. Like I like to dress up. But people around me know that they can dress however they want. Like I'll never set the standard of like, you have to dress like this. Like not at all. Like you can dress your style, and I root for you. Um, but I do have people that ask me for tips for that, for fashion and how I figure it out and how I dress that, like how I do. And those are my tips. I would consider myself bougie on a budget because because I do not have the budget to be spending so much money. And so I find a lot of deals. Like I am the kind of person that goes to like the sales racks. And before, when I was younger, I didn't understand why my mom did that. And now I understand it. And I also worked in the stores, and you would see how things would like that usually were full price in one week. The next week they were like half off. So I usually never buy things full price. I usually always buy discounted, or sometimes I did before COVID. I did a lot of thrifting. Now I haven't done it that much, but I have done, thrifting and just finding good spots, if that's with TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, those are all affordable options, but also you can find some really good stuff and good quality things at Zara and H&M. and Express. So those are the overall places that I usually shop at. And so if you have any places that you would like to share for people that maybe are looking for stores, I know that online shopping is also a really big thing. I haven't gotten too into it because I feel like unless it's like dresses, I feel like online I can buy dresses, pants, it's a hit or miss. And so I usually try to avoid that and just buy pants in person. I feel you do not have to go broke to be fashionable. You can be on a budget and keep it simple and find things that work for you. But the most important thing I want to make sure that you know is that make your style you. So, whatever your style is, if you're more comfy, or if you're more just like simple, laid back, or if you are the kind of person that dresses up in heels and then likes to be like classy, or whatever your style might be, like be you and figure out what works for you. So this is just like an overall guide. And even when you look on Pinterest, you'll see like I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest on what I should wear, what outfit ideas, like what's in. So I get a lot of my inspiration from that. But then I don't make it exactly like the picture, because half of the time I can't find the exact same thing, but that's just inspiration for me to be able to then find things either in my closet or in stores when I go and figure out what is better for me. So even with Pinterest, do not compare yourself to Instagram models and girls that don't have your body type. And because half of the time you won't be able to recreate it fully exactly. So find people that have your body type, and also remember that you might like something from the inspiration that you got on Pinterest, but you can make it your own style. So I hope this helps today, and I hope you got something out of today's episode. If you want me to do any more of these kind of episodes about fashion or anything else, beauty stuff, at the end of the day, again, my main focus for you is that you feel confident and beautiful in your own skin and you embrace the body that you have. For a long time, I didn't want to take pictures because my body had changed. And I just feel like you miss out so much when you're just so focused on that. So embrace where you're at. Maybe you want to go somewhere else and want to get somewhere else eventually, and that's great. But along the journey, enjoy it. For myself personally, you guys know I am going to the gym. I was figuring out some things with my hormones, and this has been an up and down year. And for me, I have now realized, I'm like, you know what? Like, I am doing steps towards my health and my fitness. I am healthy. I am good. And I know that a certain look, I'm not going to beat myself up to look a certain way. I'm just going to continue doing the small habits every day and make healthy choices and all of that. But I'm going to be living my life, because life is too short to obsess over just how you look. Like, that is the least interesting thing about you. That is the least thing about you. There's so much more beauty that comes from the inside out. And if you haven't listened to Understanding Your Body with Isabel Garza on nutrition and hormones and all of that, that was actually a little earlier on in September. Make sure to listen to that episode to remind yourself that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode. There is 3 weeks left until Thanksgiving, and I am super excited. I hope you are as well. And just leaving you guys with one last thought of the day. The thought of the week I want to leave with you guys is, in this world that is always rushing, take it slow and at your pace. You will get there. Just keep on going. That is all. Stay focused, and I hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast, leave a review if you haven't, and follow me at Elizabeth Savvy for more.